Hello, first grade ladies. Welcome back. This is the video for your Read Aloud writing assignment. As always, please remember to watch this whole video first and then click the link below in the description so you can watch the actual read aloud. Do this before you do your writing. Today, we are going to read a super fun book, and I know you girls are going to love it. It's written and illustrated by one of our favorites in first grade, Dr. Seuss. And the title of this book is Oh, the Thinks You Can Think. While you ladies are enjoying the read aloud today, I want you to remember some very specific things to pay attention to. We are going to focus on illustrations and details of the story so that you can be inspired to create your own page to add to the story at the end. Dr. Seuss has really fun, magical looking illustrations with a lot of color and some really simple lines. The things he draws aren't always realistic, so take advantage of looking at all those little details and think about how you can incorporate that into your own work today. Also, one thing I notice about most of Dr. Seuss's work is that it rhymes. So when you write your words today, think about rhyming words, and maybe you can create a little rhyme just like the one in the story. So ladies, I have a super exciting treat from you. We have a special guest who has sent a very special video just for you. And I know you girls are going to be so excited to see her because she is one of your favorite people on the planet. So get ready, pay close attention, and enjoy our special guest.
First grade scholars, it's Mrs. Ream. I heard from your teachers that you're making a project using Dr. Seuss's Oh, the Things You Can Think as inspiration for this assignment. And I wanted to share with you one of my books. It's called The Secret Art of Dr. Seuss, because he not only was an author and an illustrator, he was also a very famous artist. And there's a picture in this book of Dr. Seuss painting on a very large canvas in his studio. So he was a painter. He was also a sculptor. Here's some images of some of his sculptures. And some of the characters you can see are kind of familiar. We've seen similar characters in some of his books as well. So I thought these are pretty cool. So he was a painter and a sculptor, as well as an author and an illustrator. And for your assignment, you're going to be creating your own page for the book, inspired by the book. So I have this little one from my son's collection. He loves this book. But I just wanted to point out that some of the animals, well, actually all of the animals in this book, are invented by Dr. Seuss. They're not real animals. They don't exist. But he was using his imagination and creating different characters, some that kind of resemble an animal and a person all in one. So when you're creating the page for the book, I want you to think creatively, think outside the box, think of other things that you wouldn't normally see. Like in this page, there's 3 moons. It says the 3 moons are up. We know there's not 3 moons, but he was using his imagination. And this is one of my favorites with the big long staircase. So you can think about what you want to put at the top of your page. Is it a sky? Is the sky blue? Is it magenta? Maybe you have, instead of water down at the bottom of your paper, maybe you want to have the ocean as your sky. Maybe your ocean is on the top. You flip it up and it would be at the top of your page. Some other ideas: creating your own people, your own animals, your own creatures, inventing. You can take parts of an animal and combine them together to create your own. Can you see planets? Maybe you see planets, different planets floating in the air above you. Maybe you're walking on bubbles instead of grass. You can be creative and try to think of what you want your page to look like, what you want your land to look like, and what's in that scene that you'll be creating using this book as inspiration to help you get some ideas. I hope you have fun creating, and thank you so much to the first grade team for inviting me to share some ideas with you.
How great was that surprise, ladies? We got to see our very own Miss Ream, and how lucky are we to get such amazing advice from such an amazing artist. So, using that advice, I want you to think, how are you going to create your own page? But before you begin, I have a few tips, just like always, to make sure that you girls can do your very best work. Are you ready? Here we go, ladies. Always remember to start those sentences with capital letters and end it with punctuation. What I love about Dr. Seuss's work is that he uses a lot of exclamation points and question marks, so you can think about how you can incorporate that in your work today. Also, always finger spaces and always neat handwriting. You know that your teachers love to see your work, so keep it up. Here's what you're doing first today, your illustration. I want you girls to take a minute, think about what the book shows, and then think of your own illustration inspired by the book. What's so fun about this is you get to make something up. It can be totally wacky and silly, and that is the fun of it. So really enjoy that, ladies. And after you finish that illustration, you're going to work on words that describe your illustration, just like the words in the book. You might even use a sentence that Dr. Seuss used on one of his pages. But that imaginary part, I really want you to have fun and think of something yourself. Got it, ladies? I am so excited to see your work today. Please make sure that your name and the date are on top. That is always crucial. And then when you finish, have your grown-up take a picture and send it to your teacher on Class Dojo, or save that work in that file so that you can bring it to school once we are all back together. Have a great time doing this assignment, ladies. I think it's going to be so fun. And I know I can't wait to see your work. And I know Miss Ream will be so excited to see it as well. See you soon. Have a great day, ladies.